Content creators aren't that efficient, they just have support systems and money. You are not lazy, you're probably already above average, you just don't have the same support systems as people who are outliers. It's time for a hard but necessary look at the reality of content creation and success. Full transparency, I've thought about this for years, it's nothing new, I just didn't know when I was going to talk about it, and then I saw a tweet on Twitter that kind of inspired me to just go ahead and make this video. So I'm not really going to talk about that tweet because that tweet specifically is not that important, it's the overall concept that is important. Obviously, I'm not famous, but my following is large enough, I've made a lot of content and I've made quality content, so I know what I'm talking about. And a lot of people who are content creators are seeking money, fame, notoriety, which inevitably will lead to thoughts of, I feel like I'm not doing enough. How do people post every single day, multiple times a day? I just don't have the energy. How do people have the energy? And I can explain. But before I do, this video is not meant to be a witch hunt. This video is not an opportunity for you to out creators or give names in the comment sections about people who do more or less work, or to assign value to a content creator. Everyone in this video will remain anonymous because the point is just to educate and to help people. And every situation is going to be different. My first point is that a lot of successful content creators have a team. A team could be a lot of things: a partner, a friend who helps you film, a buddy who gives you creative ideas, a group of friends who's always down to collaborate with you, an editor. I still mostly consider myself a one-man team because I am, but even I have help sometimes. And here are just a few examples of videos that people really enjoyed that would not have happened if I didn't have another set of hands or eyes to help me out. Furthermore, even when I've fully orchestrated something, I've directed something, I have been in charge of the entire workflow, or even if I duetted someone, as in it wasn't a collaboration, I just added my video to theirs. Some of my most successful videos were successful because there was another person there, even if that wasn't the point. Simply having the presence of another human being made something more trendy, more viral, more receptive to the audience. So with that being said, ask yourself, how many super popular, successful people do it alone? Completely alone. My second point is that some people have the money to be successful and to create more content. Of course, if you're making a livable wage, you can make more content. You can take more risk, you have the ability to hire people to teach you or to help you. You can afford to take care of your physical and mental health, that way you're on top of your content game. I'm saying this because I've had conversations with content creators, but some of your favorite content creators had a really nice job before they pivoted to content creation. Or some of your favorite content creators are currently poor and struggling, but they have a lot of views. And then maybe with time they grew and were able to monetize, but there was a struggle period. Most of them did not have spontaneous, easy success. Another topic that's very prevalent in the anime and cosplay community is sex work. And I am not shaming sex work, so do not do that in my comment sections. Sex work does not guarantee success, but I know that it does push content. And really, I'm focusing on the top creators, the famous ones, the ones that you view as successful. If you were to look at a lot of their content and separate the sex work, it would be the same as any other person's content. The same transitions, the same talking points, the same cosplays, the same trends. There's just that extra element. Some of your favorite cosplayers who used to do sex work no longer do because they had the financial freedom from sex work. I've also seen it the other way around. Some cosplayers who never used sex work started using sex work and now their content has flourished. Again, not a guaranteed success. There's a lot of things that come with that aren't that great. But regardless, for most people, that was never their plan A, nor B, nor C, and it was a way for them to try and sustain themselves. It wasn't that they just wanted to do that. So we've talked about support systems, we've talked about money, let's talk about actual output. I don't know if you've seen that concept where you have 3 of something and you can choose 2. We're going to use that as an example because I think it gives a very good taste of how content creation works. I'm sure you've seen that concept of where you have 3 of something and you can only choose 2. We're going to use that as an example because I feel like it does a very good job at showing how content creation actually works. There's quality content, difficult and time-consuming content, and posting regularly. You can choose 2. Again, this is just a small example, do not take it literally. But if you try to do all 3 of those, something will break, whether it's your mental health, your physical health, how much time you have, how much energy you have. Actually look at people who are posting daily or multiple times a day. What kind of content are they creating? It's typically talking video, it's vlogs, it's stuff that is easy to consume. So they might be making consistent content, they might be making unique and quality content, but it's not super difficult to put out. It's not very time consuming. It's the same for people who make daily skits. What kind of skits are they making? What kind of environment are they shooting in? Are they batch filming? Are they actually making short films a day, or are they making something that is easy to make, something that is sustainable for them? The jokes probably follow the same outline. They probably follow a common theme, which is not bad, but sustainable, useful. Okay, so what about content creators like cosplayers who make multiple cosplays a year, follow all these trends? How much content do they actually make? Are they making 30 videos per character or like 5 per character? Are they filming that same character throughout the entire year, or are they batch filming in a singular night in a single location? So the content may be unique, it may be difficult, but it's not really consistent. On the other end of the spectrum, some people disappear from the internet for ages, come back, post a viral video, disappear. They'll post a really elaborate cosplay, a really intense video, but that's because they spent the time honing in on that specific craft, and then they go disappear, do whatever they need to work on, come back. But almost nobody makes consistent, quality, difficult content. and you really don't have to. And the thing is, if you're actually being innovative, if you're growing as a person, if you're growing as a content creator or an artist, you can't have consistency. You won't have consistent quality, you won't have consistent content, you won't even have consistent views or audiences. Consistency is an illusion. The best thing, and sometimes the hard part, is finding something that works for you. Truly finding a balance or finding an imbalance that's manageable for you. I usually refer to myself as an outlier because I create consistent quality content, consistent more than a lot of people, and I can't compare myself to other people because that is just, I know it's weird. And out of all the people I know maybe 5 who put in as much work or have the same obsession with creating content and editing and constantly doing stuff as I do. 5. Out of those 5, I think I know maybe 1 who posts just as much content as I do at the same quality, maybe even better, but they still have a support system. They have money. They have people to bounce ideas off of and resources. Even if they're not posting every day, they are still planning and crafting and filming and editing each day. Out of those 5, I think none of them have a typical social life. 2 have chronic health problems that stop them from having a regular life in general. Even when I was posting every day for months, that only happened because I wasn't posting every day for a long time. I had a lot of backlogs. Sometimes I was just posting behind the scenes or before and afters, and it was only sustainable for a certain period of time. I haven't been like that for the entire 14 or however many years I've been doing content creation. Another hard truth is that quality and difficulty do not guarantee success. You don't have to agree with me, you don't have to like it, but that is the truth. I could spend weeks planning a video, setting up an elaborate photo shoot, do a very tiring cosplay, and then at the very end just choose to do a 5-second lip sync, and that 5-second lip sync will do way better than anything I planned for weeks. Does that mean that unique and quality content doesn't have a place? No, but sometimes people don't work hard, they just work smart. They know what to look for, they know how to find it, they know how to execute. And their success can come off as them being very good at something or very valuable when really they're just relatable or know what to say and when to say it. They know what type of trends to latch onto. So your frustrations with content creation are valid, whether you're wanting to express your art, grow a following, make a living. It's hard because you're not just competing with your peers, you're not just competing with your niche, you're competing with the entire world. You're competing with people who are conventionally attractive, who have money, who have support systems, who have more time. But it doesn't mean that you as an individual aren't enough because most people aren't enough by themselves. So here's some advice. Remove that guilt. Understand that you are trying your best. And most likely if you're already creating content, you're doing more than a lot of people who want to create content. Learn from others. Even if you're still creating by yourself and doing things by yourself, ask for questions, look for resources. Sometimes a single conversation for someone who knows a certain thing a bit more than you can save you years of struggle. Find a team, find your rock, rely on others, be picky about it. Having an editor can change your life. Finding a buddy who can help you film can change your life. Having a friend to help motivate you and offset certain tasks can just change everything. Be confident in your own abilities and find someone that you can trade skills with. Think about the triangle and how you can find balance in your own life and content creation. Obviously, after this video, you're not going to find content creation enlightenment, but I hope it helps.